Hello, here we are again with another reading of A Course in Love. This is Suna Senman, and this is reading number 15. A Course in Love is brought to us from the same author as A Course of Miracles, and this was brought through Marie Perron. As we begin lesson number 15, I think we should begin with a deep breath in, inhaling all your thoughts, all your feelings, everything, and hold. And now slowly release it all out, like emptying the bowl, emptying the vessel of who you are, so that you're ready to receive new. The insanity of your thought process and the world you perceive must be made known to you before you are willing to give it up. You do know this, and yet you constantly forget. This forgetting is the work of your ego. Your true self does not want to forget, and you cannot for even the tiniest fraction of a second. It is precisely the inability of your true self to forget that gives you hope of learning to recognize love, and with that recognition of ending the insanity you now perceive. Your real self is the Christ in you. How could it be anything but love, or see with eyes any other than those of love? Would you expect any decent human being to look on a loveless world, on misery and despair, and not be moved? Think not that those who seem to add to the world's misery are any exception. There is not a soul that walks this earth that does not weep at what it sees. Yet the Christ in you does not weep, for the Christ in you sees with eyes of love. The difference is the eyes of love see not the misery or despair. They are not there. This is the miracle. The miracle is true seeing. Think not that love can look on misery and see love there. Love looks not on misery at all. Compassion is not what you've made it. The Bible instructed you to be compassionate as God is compassionate. You've defined it unlike the compassion of God. To believe God looks upon misery and responds with sympathy and concern and does not end the misery is to believe in a God who is compassionate as you are compassionate. You think you would end misery if you could, beginning with your own, and yet you could no more end misery by making it real than could God. There is no magic here of turning misery into delight and pain into joy. These acts would indeed be magic, an illusion on top of an illusion. You have but accepted illusion as the truth, and so seek other illusions to change what never was into something that never will be. To be compassionate as God is compassionate is to see as God sees. Again, I stress to you, this is not about looking upon misery and saying to yourself, you see it not. I'm not an advocate of heartlessness, but wholeheartedness. If you believe even the tiniest fraction of what is true, if you but believe you are a small part of God, no bigger than a pinprick of light in a daunting sun, you still cannot believe in the reality of misery and despair. If you do, you believe that it is the state of God as well. And if this were true, what hope would there be for misery's end? What light would there be in the universe that would end this darkness?